freaking terrible.
But we'll work hard to solve the format.
7 wins.
And I'm sure we'll make it there.
All right, what is up, my friends? Welcome to Bronze Mythic. Shout out to our account from Bronze Mythic, episode 11, draft 11, episode 10 didn't happen. I don't know what you're talking about. As far as I know,
Ladies and gentlemen, if you will, look right here.
now we're here for episode 11, all right? So like, comment, subscribe, support the content. As always, definitely don't go watch episode 10 because it didn't happen. Here we're on episode 11, though, and now we're going to make platinum with a super good draft. So let's rock and roll. All right, now let's go and open up a Quinn's Insight. So this is a build around rare for the Madness deck, the Mayhem deck. Which is really, really good in the Mayhem deck. Pretty good card to first pick, honestly. You know, one of the things about pick 2 draft is that you can kind of craft your deck a little bit, where you can take 2 cards and kind of really move into an archetype pretty quickly. The problem is if you get cut, it like really stings, but that's just the nature of the beast. So taking the Insight here almost assuredly. We got Shock and the Caress. I'm going to get the Caress. So, okay. So if Caress and Insight, hopefully we'll table like the Farrick and the Wardens would be really, really nice. The pack's like not great. It's a couple good white cards. It's not a very good pack, honestly, but the Vex spot's pretty good too. But yeah, we're slamming it. Just slam the Rakdos cards and go for the Mayhem deck and do our thing.
Hopefully it'll be mayhem.
We get past some Mayhem stuff. Great. So we get past a Midnight Hunter. The problem with this card, of course, is that it is a legendary common. And if this card wasn't legendary, it would be insane. It would be so good in the Mayhem deck. The fact that it's legendary is really awkward. We're still taking it. It's still great. And we got a Wisecrack here, which is pretty close to a Red Murder, which is great also. So we'll take the Wisecrack. Shock. Zan. It's a pretty weak pack, honestly. But sure, we're in. And we're pretty locked in here. I'm surprised the rating is so low on the Wardens. I guess the sizing of the body just isn't good enough. 'Cause I thought this card would be really, really good for the Mayhem decks. But we have Infernus here, which seems very bad to me. I'm surprised the rating's so high on this card. Common Crook's great. It's a good little 2-drop. And honestly, a lot of solid commons in this pack. This pack's pretty good. The fact that like 4 cards have already been out of this pack, it's still quite good, is nice. I'm gonna take the Silver Web. Maybe I'm wrong. But we're gonna test that theory. So
Let the mayhem begin.
give it a spin. Man, why is everything a freaking fire symbol? Costume Closet. We got a Ruthless Rival here, just a big dumb idiot. A Citizen. I mean, white seems kind of open. Black does not seem very open, unfortunately. Huh. Interesting. I might take these 2 cards. Look to pivot. This is 2 pretty good white cards. White is ridiculously open, like preposterously open. So I wanted to table the 2. I did table the 2 cards that I wanted. Black is clearly not open. White is insanely open. Even though these 2 cards do jive with what we're doing, I'm gonna take these 2. We're gonna go for a full pivot. And maybe it does punt off our first pick. Like, maybe we could have taken both red cards there, but I don't know. White is just so open. It's kind of ridiculous. Let's see how so far, our last, like, late pack pivot didn't go super well. But, we'll see how it goes. You know, we're doing about 1 million drafts in this format because of this short draft schedule. So we're going to find out. All right. That's a lot of freaking spiders.
Hit him with a web blast.
Pack 2, we see 2 legendary spiders. The Weaver and Guide and the Sarn Silken Throne, which is insanely good in the in-web deck. And then Knife Trick, Enforcers. Yeah. We're just going right. We're just slamming the white cards, folks. We're just doing it. Slam the white cards and don't look back. Do I feel like the pick 2 signals are messed up sometimes? I think that it's easier to lock into your deck and feel like you're on rails, but not be flexible enough to see what's going on. Like, you take your first 2 picks and you really want to do, like we had a plan, right? We like took the inside, took a black card, had a plan to be mayhem, and it felt like that plan was really locked in, but it's not. Even though you have 2 cards already, you haven't seen a signal with those 2 cards. So I think pivoting's difficult, but oh my god, we're doing it. Oh. We're going to be mono white at this point. We got freaking Aunt May, which is absurd, and Mothwing Shroud, which is also absurd. We're rocking and rolling, folks. I don't have to tell you. This is just awesome. Who? What? What? Who? You can't say that, Jim. I ain't seen no Aunt May. I don't know what you're talking about. All right, so now we stable out, though. So now we see pack 3 doesn't have much. The cards that are good in pack 3 are definitely not white. We see a Scorpion Sting. We do have a Caress and a Crook. This card not really playable if we are... yeah, this pack's pretty bad. Archaeologist. Yeah, I mean... that's not great. Uh-oh. Where do the white cards go? Where are they? Huh. Maybe we're red-white? That doesn't sound very good, but there's just no playable cards in this pack, so... oh, look, as a special guest card, it's fun. Alright, well, I mean, there's no playable cards here, except for these red cards, so... comes back to us with more red cards. Sure. Red-white? Not a supported archetype. The enemy colors aren't supported here, but this is a spider for our spider stuff. Alright. Aces, Workforce. I don't love how this is going. Alright. Pack 3 saved me. Pack 3 is not going to save me. What happened? Alright, we have the Bargain Spinner. We currently have any auras or equipments. We have none. Not a single one. Shock is okay, but not great. Infernus is not great. Hex of Undeath is a super sweet, powerful card, but it's not really very exciting. This pack's terrible. Oh my god.
Still a piece of garbage.
We're not playing black and red. I mean, I guess there's just like no play. I'll just take the Hex, I guess. I mean, I'll take Hex and Shock. I want this guy, I think. Alright. I'm just gonna stay red-white, and we're just gonna try it out. We get another spider. We get another... I mean, the kitten's kind of cool with these. Like, yeah, no, it's not really. Oh, man. What's going on here? Spider Coach. Plus almost one for each spider creature you control. Another Crook. For her to go black-white. Holy shit. Who asked if Mardu was a good pair? Someone did ask that earlier, yes. It's definitely the spider guy. I guess it's the Crook. Wow. This is the messiest draft of the series by far. How are we going to pull this one together? I don't know. Stay tuned and find out, I guess. I think we're still just red-white. Like... holy shit. Just gonna take the goblins and the tactics. Alright. Imposter Syndrome. That's a pretty fun rare. Alright. I guess we're just like Boros Mayhem. Which is not on the instruction manual, that's for sure. Some late green cards here. We couldn't have really seen that coming, I guess. I mean, Citizen could make the deck, I guess. Probably not, but give a lot of in-web. This is something.
I'm sorry, Tyler Murphy. It was an accident. I was having too much fun.
All right. I hope we have enough cards for an actual deck. This is our first like First true train wreck here in pick 2 drafts. We're 11 drafts in. You had to have it eventually. These cards are insane. All right. Wow. I don't know. I don't know what to do, folks. Mardu. I mean, we're not Mardu. You just can't. There's just no fixing for that. So, Dressman's done. Yeah, they're out of here. Okay. This is a put all the cards on the board and build your deck, sealed deck style deck, I think. White was so open and then it wasn't. All right. We're definitely. It's okay. Look, folks, you gotta understand. This happens sometimes. People have bad drafts, but your goal in your bad draft is to scrap and claw and just try and get to a 500 record. All right. Just try and go 2-2, get your money back, go 3-3 or whatever it might be. If you're at a Pro Tour, just scrap that 1-2, maybe a 2-1 if you get lucky. You know, you got to scrap. You can't just give up. You can't just tap out. So this is an important draft. This is good. All right, so Pigeon. So we're a closet this guy. This. We got 2 of these. Aces, Shroud, this, maybe this. Okay, I think we're definitely white. Our black cards are Crook, Sting, Madness Guy, correct. That's it. So we're red. So red, Workforce. We're still playing the Insight and some of these Madness cards, which is like a path to victory, I think. You know, like if we can get that going. We have 0 equipments or auras, right? Yep, not a 1. That's horrendous. So like a 3-2 flyer is terrible. This is 22 cards. Knife Trick is good. 23. And this is our deck. Just, you know, Boros, scrappy, crappy. What's up, Cannon? Citizen is not exciting. The Valet is... Like, there's no, like, go wide stuff in this set, you know? This is a 1-2 flying haste. I think this guy's fine. Yeah, whatever. You have insight and some discard. It's just like a... You know, when you're trying to build... This happened to Nicole in the Seal PTQ. So, Nicole's pool was horrendous.
Still a piece of
A
garbage.
definite bottom 10% pool in the room. It was awful. And Nicole correctly built a really shitty, like, scrappy black-white aggro deck. Super low curve. You know, really all-in, like, Leroy Jenkins style aggro. Because she knew her pool was bad. And you're not going to beat other, you know, slower decks with bad cards. So you just lower the curve, you know, sock full of quarters, give yourself a puncher's chance. So that's kind of what we're doing here. So it might even be the kitten, honestly. It's a spider. How many spiders do we have? We got 7 spiders. The only spider synergy we really have is the spider fancier, right? There's no other real spider stuff happening. Yeah. I guess this guy. It's kind of cool. Rage Incubator's not... This is quite the pile of cards, but... what does this card do? Beginning of your end step, you tap 2 untapped creatures in our treasure you control. If you do, draw a card. Otherwise, sacrifice this enchantment. This card seems fine with like a bunch of shitters. I don't know if we have enough crappers for it, though, so... I guess it's fine. I guess, actually, this card's cute within Web. The Valet, it's pretty bad, but we do have multiple... We have 3 1-mana and Web cards.
Gonna get sticky.
Bindings, Wardens. It is end step. You can't mayhem your stuff, though. Really awkward because, like, end step you can't in Web or do other stuff, too. Definitely not great design. Okay. Do I want to play the Valet? I don't think I do. I think this is fine. All right. So we got a real scrappy, crappy Boros deck here. And we are just looking to do our thing. I think we're going to play this over a mountain. Just a tapped mountain. We can Madness is pretty sweet. And I think that's our deck, folks. So there you go. Prediction time. What do you think? 4 wins, yay or nay. Are you a believer or a non-believer here? And scrappy Boros. Not on script, but I think this deck is got a puncher's chance. I think we're kind of okay here. Just your average in Web Mayhem deck, you know? Just,
Hey there. Got
is what it is. So let's do it.
You know what I mean.
You don't have any friends. Nobody likes you. Chat. Good time for you to show up. Hand's pretty bad, but we're going to keep. If we have to just cast these on curve, we can. We're going to keep. They're like mulligans pretty poorly, probably. So, all right. We got our big ruthless rival here, which is a perfect card. Perfect top-end stinker for our stinker deck. All right, so we're just casting a 3-3. Cast a 3-3, we get to look at their hand. Their hand is Rendezvous, Infernus, Midnight Hunter, Ruzik, Scorpion Sting. So I think Sorcery is the name here. Make these Rendezvous really hard to madness off of. I like that. I should just kill my guy anyways. Actually, no, I should name Instant, so they can't kill my guy end step. So it's not about, you know, them not being able to do a thing. It's about just slowing them down a little bit. So what's the name Instant so they can't Scorpion Sting? And then that puts them off curve. And they can play this guy, but whatever, it's fine. Our guy lives too. We can just kill it. Sure. Love it. Instant, go.
With great power comes a great beatdown.
Here's big guy. We're going to pay the extra. I don't care. Wrong button. Try it again, Harrison.
Get off my plane.
All right, in for 3. This is working out pretty well for us, I think. Play a flyer, jump in the air. They're missing red mana. They have the Sting and they have the Hunter. They're going to sting my guy for 3. Awesome. We're going to play a land, just play a flyer. Yeah, it's fun. We get in web this maybe. It's funny, if we in web the big ETB guy, that'd be pretty wild. That is certainly not on the playbook. Here's a crook, we draw land. Oh man. Oh man, we're doing it, folks.
No, don't do this. Enough is enough.
Let's give him red mana, but I don't care. I want the big guy in play. Get your treasure. Attack for 3. Probably should have just attacked first, whatever. Now, if they want to get a mountain, they can, but like, we just have so much power in play, I think it's fine. We have our Mool Spell, we have our Sarin. Looking good. I think this card's pretty bad. They're going to Rendezvous. They're actually not going to get the mountain. Go for the Rendezvous. Draw 2. Discard this guy. Now they can Mayhem it.
Mayhem.
Oh, right. First, doesn't Infernus find... Oh, yeah, it's an ETB, right. And they're going to burst the flyer. Sure. Still got our 5/5. We draw a Costume Closet. I think we actually end web this guy. Which is kind of silly, but... Attack for 6. Alright, we are going... How many times do you think that this card has been in-webbed in the last week? Alright, we're doing it. Bring it back, put the counter back on the closet, say go. We can cast it again next turn, kill their flyer, 2 damage to them. Alright. Rendezvous again. Rendezvous is great. I like Rendezvous a lot. I like it. I think it's such a better design than Tormenting Voices. It's a little power creep because you can play it empty-handed. It's better against counter spells. It's worse to copy. Just good overall. So they say go with 4 mana up and 4 cards in hand. We're stop and think for a second here. Then we're going to slam our guy and play.
Good lord.
2 and 2.
Gigantism.
This is lethal. They're going to Rage Incubator to keep their guy alive? Sure. Well, I'm just not going to attack then. All right, let's put a counter here and just say go. The main common Mayhem spell does 4 damage. Really important in limited formats to have an idea of what the inflection points are. Like, what are the important numbers in the format? You know, so if, like, the common red and black removal spells are, like, a Lightning Strike and a -3/-3, 4 toughness is really important. In this case, the common red removal spell does 4 damage, so 5 toughness is really important. Knowing what those numbers are, having a good feel for that, is a really important way to get really good at a limited format, not just kind of good. So, they play Infernus, the 3/3. This guy's got first strike. We have a trick also. They're just dead, right? Like, we could knife trick kill one of these and try and just kill them. I think that's a bad idea. I think we already have great attacks. We just played another big guy, so I'm just gonna put a counter here so they can't double block my 4/5, and they're gonna concede. Okay. There we go, folks. One win from Platinum. Let's do this. Remember, folks, we are brought to you by Team JB Hobbies. Folks, phenomenal little hobby store, mom and pop shop selling insanely awesome handcrafted puzzle games, from little brain teasers to like really intense escape rooms in a box. These are absolutely phenomenal gifts. The holidays they're not quite here, but they are getting closer. These are insane gifts for the holidays. Like the kind of gift where the person opens it and they just go like, wow, what is this? This is so cool. Really awesome, really cool stuff. Check them out, teamjbhobbies.com. Promo code Jim5, 5% off your order, teamjbhobbies.com. All right. We've drawn our Havoc Duo. Man, it's funny, actually, the discard synergy on the Incubator is pretty cool, too. So, there is some synergy here, you know, like... Okay.
You're the Spiderman from YouTube.
Sure. Oh, here we go. Not quite Slick Shot show off, but here comes Cam and Farrick Havoc Duo. Legendary Goblin Human Villain. Just an average type line for a Magic card. They play Cheering Crowd. I don't think this card's that good. Alright, so beginning of each player's first main phase, that player may put a counter on the Cheering Crowd. If they do, add a colorless for each counter on it. So I could add a mana, add a counter, and then I have an extra mana. I don't really have anything to do with this mana, so I'm just going to say decline. Really weird Magic card. I call this card my trap card. This set review for multicolor. I think it's like pretty sketchy to give your opponent mana. Yeah, I'm just gonna cast my Wardens, so sure. That's fine. We're attacking for 1. Play Wardens, say go. Feels like a commander card, yeah, for sure, but... So, play Wardens, say go. Yeah, it's weird. I mean, weird cards are fun. So they can now put a counter on their creature and get a mana. But now next turn I can put a counter on and get 2 mana. It's fine like a removal spell. It's like bad, but I don't know. We'll see. It's a 3/3. We can just kill it next turn with the Knife Trick, so not really that worried about it. Has a pretty high win rate. Interesting. They are going to Kitten to Mayhem their Burst. Now, the problem with this card is normally drawing and discarding to Mayhem is exactly what you want to do. Because you turn every Mayhem card almost into a cantrip. The problem is this cost a card to do that. Wait, what? Why did they go to... Okay. This cost a card to do that, making it not actually card advantage. So I think Kitten is pretty bad. So they're going to crowd. We draw Lava-Born Goblins. So if I were to add a counter to this, I would get 2 mana, and it would be a 4/4. I don't really want to do that. We just drew a card we can't cast, which sucks. But I think we like have to just kill this now. Which is pretty shitty, but alright. We'll resolve this. We'll decline. Just gonna attack and 3 mana Knife Trick, unfortunately. This costs 3 to Mayhem, which is also pretty shitty. Oh no. Alright, never mind, we're gonna Rage. Alright, so we're just gonna give them the crowd. They can just have it. We're gonna save our guy. Discard, get him for a bunch of damage here. So play around Shock. Shock's been pretty bad on both sides of the table. Now I get to add a counter and add 2 mana. And now it's a 4/4. It's a little harder to kill. Here's the Infernus. Get a Mountain. Crowd is, again, like, I mean, if I had better removal, it wouldn't be that bad, but we draw a Mountain. So I can add a counter and get 3 mana. I'm not going to do that, though. I'm just going to play a land, Knife Trick, and then Goblins. Which is pretty gas turn, actually. Let's discard a card. We're going to deal 3 damage to this Weaver. We're going to auto-pay with a red. Discard the Goblins.
Mayhem, mayhem, mayhem.
jam it. Coming in. Alright, they go to 4. And now we have the jump to win next turn. This is a really good scrappy crappy card. It's not a good Magic card. It's not a card you usually want in your deck. But if your deck is shitty, you're looking for a way to win, a card like this where you can cheese out a win is phenomenal. That's what you're looking for, honestly, when your deck is bad. You're looking for ways to kind of cheese out wins. +2/+2 and flying, perfect. A bunch of cheap creatures, perfect. You know, just like, if my opponent stumbles, can I win the game? Find the ways to do that. We go to 2, no problem. And now they are... Well, now we can actually use the mana to cast this thing. Alright, so we're going to put a counter on it, make a bunch of mana. So, yes. We have 4 mana. We can play this and the aces. They have red mana up. And if they have it, we're dead. They have a way to kill this, but... Alright, so cast our guy. We're going to get this thing flying. I don't think there's a red instant speed rule spell in this set. No!
A brilliant player can get a strong hand cracked, go on tilt, and lose his mind along with every single chip in front of him.
Oh, you just killed me on attacks, right? Yeah. Alright, well. Here's the vessel. They return nothing. They could have just killed me. Oh my god. They're just giving us the game. Oh my god. Oh no. Opponent, what are we doing?
That's it. I'm going to clown college.
Alright, we kind of got a freebie here. All our opponent had to do was just discard a card to this and give it menace, and we were dead. They chose not to. Oh, no. Magic's tough, folks. We've all made dumb mistakes before. You know, it happens. But we'll take it. That's why sock full of quarters. You just puncher's chance. What are you gonna do? All right. Old. Okay. I like how our deck looks good this game. It's like, oh, we're just playing a sweet mayhem deck. Awesome. All right. I mean, we're gonna keep. We're probably just playing the Nightclub on turn 1. I'm sure our damn rare yet. Yeah, we're just playing on turn 1. I mean, we're gonna go Havoc Duo into Kill a Creature Madness this thing into this. It's pretty good. So, Forest into tap land. That's good for us. We draw the Insight.
Bingo.
Okay. Do you want to Insight first? Because, like, I really like the turn 2 Cam and Carrick, turn 3 kill your guy, play this guy. That's quite nice. We just play this on turn 4 and do this also. I kind of like that. Yeah, we're going to wait. We're going to wait on the Insight. If we play Insight this turn, what are we doing? Right? We're probably going to discard the Puller. Because it's the only card we can discard for value. So now we're playing off curve, playing the Puller. This still isn't down yet. Then the next turn, we'll have already discarded a card and be playing this on turn 4 with as a 1/2. So like a lot of plotting. It's really important to not think about this turn. Think about it's not the cards, it's not the turn. It's what do the next few turns look like and how can I maximize them? They play Aunt May. And we're going to kill Aunt May. We draw Plains, which is cool, I guess. Yeah, we're just going to Knife Drink and kill it. It's just like, Aunt May's insane in this deck. So discard a card, kill this. We discard the Mayhem card.
What a menagerie of mayhem-loving monstrosity.
Pretty good tempo here. And it's 4/3, attack for 3. Next turn we have Rage Incubator and Quintorius' Insight. Awesome. It's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea, Z. Put it in Discord if you want. With great power comes great and May's dead. Aww. Say hi to Uncle Ben for me. All right, here comes Physic. We draw Shock. All right, we are just getting in for a million this turn, I think. We're just going to use the Incubator aggressively. Insight. We could play. The problem is that with playing Darvel, a 3/3 is not very good against a 4/3 next turn. So I kind of want to just jam, honestly. It's better not to jam. It's better just to like play. Like we discard this to get in for an extra 5 damage, putting them. It's 10 damage. They go to 6 life, and I have a Shock in my hand. It's pretty damn aggressive, but like I kind of think it's what our deck's meant to do, honestly. So we'll attack. They're thinking. All right, we're just going all in. We didn't come into this draft to not Leroy. So discard, attack for 10. Play Quintoria's Insight. We could also play we can web sling and just hold this in our hand for haste for next turn. Nah, we're gonna play this web sling. Yeah, just like you're trying to jam. You know, and the overall like quality of your deck does impact how you play. If our deck's really, really good, I will mulligan safely, not take risks, you know, play more conservatively. When your deck is bad, woo, get in there, you know, just you know, you gotta play more like they don't got it. Not like a fool, but like, you know, given the option to be aggressive or not aggressive, you gotta go for it. So, they're gonna team up, they kill my guys, sure. They're dead in 2 turns to the cam. If I draw any card but discards, they're dead. Yeah, this is great. Alright, so, we draw. It's a mountain. We discard it. Goodbye. Give me a new card. +2. Tactics. Hello!
Oh, it's Blazing Helix! Oh my god!
Upstairs.
Somebody stop the damn man! Enough's enough!
Scrappy crappy. Getting it done. Shitty Boros. Alright, here we are. We're going for a trophy with our stinker deck. Opponent mulligans. We're going to keep. Get the old galvanized workforce here.
Here comes the money.
Alright. Galvanized indeed. People are strong. Alright. Give me a workforce. Man, Espertron play Schemer. And we draw Nightclub. I wish add a counter and attack, honestly. Just play Costume Closet. Don't want to just play this tap land. I'm going to hold it for value, I think. Attacking and bouncing isn't very good either. Yeah, I'm just going to play this. I could just bounce. Yeah, just do that, actually. Attack for 3. And we just bounce and play this guy. Would I rather play the legendary one and get a peek at their hand? Or would I rather just play the one that I want to die? They get to play a villain and connive and probably get in. Seeing their hand's kind of nice. Let's see their hand. I want some info. Put the counter back in the closet. Their hand is referee, stitching, and hide in mundanity. So that's they have a blink spell and 2 good things to blink. I guess we aim instant. Sure. Just say go. They draw a land and they cast this guy. Can it target itself? They can target itself. We're gonna mundane my guy. There, attack, sure. I can't block either. Okay. Here's Spectacular Tactics. Only had some way to tap this thing, you know, and then web it back. Let me just play a 3/3. Like, I'll let us tap now. I think we're past the point where we get value. Just add a counter to this and say go. Over under, the line in this set is not really existent. We're just gonna count the drafts as double and go from there. Like, it's not accurate. It's not. We're just gonna put an asterisk on it and call it a day and not worry too much about it. We draw another land. Unfortunately, that kind of blows. And we have double legend. That kind of blows too. They have a blink spell, 4 drops, 2 unknowns. They've got the card advantage here, which is not great for us. We are going to just get in, I guess. We can pump the workforce next turn. What's up, Taylor? Pick 2 draft, I think, is a nice thing to exist. I think it is definitely inferior to regular draft, but I'm happy it exists for stores that can't get enough people. It's certainly a band-aid for this particular set because this set has a number of issues, but yeah, that's fine. All right, so play a land, play the workforce. Just gonna say go. You can in a web this to like bounce itself. You need to have a reason to do that though, of course. Next turn we just make us a 4/4, you know? We got tactics up if they were to grow their things as a villain. It's not a villain. Just a dude. Just a citizen. Just an average Joe trying to make his way in New York City while goblins and rhinoceros are freaking just tearing the whole place down.
No, that's a lot of damage.
They're attacking. I can block here. I don't know if I want to. I don't think I want to. It's fine, sure. I'm not going to use this defensively, so. And they just say go. We untap. We draw land. All right, so we can pump the workforce. I think that's a pretty bad idea. If they have 3 mana up, a bunch of cards in hand, we're way ahead already. If I pump this and they kill it in response, it's a devastating turn of events. I can stack for 7 here with my protection spell, but I'm pretty happy about it, so. Did I say New York City? I meant New Capenna. Sorry. I'm...
They have a warrant for your arrest. You're going to jail.
Attack. Alright. They're going to go for the blinks. They're going to blink both these creatures. They're going to come back into play on the end step. This will... Uh-oh. Sure. This will return 2 counters to my closet. I think I want a tactics here, honestly. Getting it for 6 and having my guy still in play is pretty big game. Only 1 counter goes to the closet, right? Because it's the same creature. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. Again, making the more aggressive play looks bad, honestly. So that blanks out. They take 6. Now that we have lethal on board, and we just say go. This guy goes back. We can always bump it up next turn. Make it into a 4/4. It's kind of cool too. They are mana screw this game, of course. Very lucky for us. Yada yada yada. So, drop the land. Sure. Now they're dead to this. They have to chump block. Now I'm more inclined without a spell in hand. We're just gonna pop up on this thing.
Good lord. Gigantism.
You can't stop the workforce, all right? The people. We are many, they are few. All right, so that sucks, but they're still chump blocking this turn, which is fine. So we attack and they chump block, and now they're kind of in the abyss. Granted, we are pretty flooded, and we have basically nothing else behind, but what else can we do, you know? They kill my guy, we play a new one. That's not a bad draw. 2 damage to a creature in that creature's control. Actually, I can't even target. This has to target a creature. Some of the design of this set's pretty messy. All right, going to combat. Here we go. What are you at? 6? Attack for 6. Survey says bounce. Sure. All right. Well, I guess I'm going to replay my guy. I mean, still have lethal because of the rival dealing 2. Well, I gotta say, folks, that is one of the most improbable trophies in the history of the show, but we will take it. That's the point of having a puncher's chance, right? Sometimes your opponents make mistakes. They stumble. Things happen. You know, Magic is not a perfect game, and sometimes you just need to find a way to win. What a time to be a believer.
Here comes the money.
So pretty improbable. This deck is not good. This was probably the messiest draft of the entire series. If we had played 4 more games, I would be, you know, surprised if we went better than 2-2, you know. But You play the games for a reason. It's the law of large numbers. You don't play 100 Magic games. You play 4 or 7 or whatever it is. And your job as a Magic player is to try and put yourself in the best possible spot to scrap out those wins and build your deck in a manner to do so. So there you go. I would not draft this deck if you were given the option to. But we did a decent job making it work. And that's that. So there's Boros. First time playing an enemy colored pair. And we're still cruising along here, folks. That is episode 11. That's a 4-0. And this run, I think that's our 7th trophy. Currently operating at a classic 73% win rate. And we have, doesn't say number of trophies on here, but whatever. A lot of trophies. So, episode 12 is coming up. You two folks, love you. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.